So, after one night at the dock at Spanish Wells Marine where we picked up fuel, we are leaving Spanish Wells. It's a pretty quick visit. We will come again on our way back through, but we want to get to Harbor Island before Christmas. Christmas is still over a week away, but there's a big weather front coming through that will prevent us transiting the Devil's Backbone anytime after today. This is the mooring field in Spanish Wells. It's at the east end of the harbor entrance, and then this is a dredge channel that heads out toward Eleuthera, which is ahead of us, and this is the bitter end of Spanish Wells. You can see the tide is extremely high at the moment. About 50 miles north is the Ahrrrg, so we're in the north part of the central Bahamas, and there's Gun Point at the end of Eleuthera, named for obvious reasons. This area out here is where the wooden ships anchored in days of old. This colony was established in the 1650s. Gonna come around the corner into Kettle Bay and then through the Devil's Backbone. Ahrrrg. Alright, there goes a pilot. Most people do use a pilot to get through the backbone, but we've done it enough that we're confident we can judge the hazards. We have the sail up in case our engine fails. Because if your engine fails in the backbone, you're screwed, unless you have primary power, which is our sails. So maintaining forward way is important in order to steer. Can't steer a boat if it's sitting still. It's got to be moving forward. What do you think, Rizzy?
Hey. Ahrrrg.
Ahrrrg, Devil's Backbone, ahrrrg. It's required to say that, actually. You can't just say Devil's Backbone. Got to add the ahrrg. The thing about the backbone that makes it most uncomfortable is how close to the shore of North Eleuthera you have to get in order to thread the needle between the coral heads and the island. The key is to do this in calm conditions, which is what we're doing. In some conditions, you'll be right on the shoulder of the breakers coming in here. It's going to be pretty gnarly. In fact, I'm going to turn in a little bit closer, believe it or not, to avoid some coral coming up on the left. Okay, off to port here you can see deep water, shallow sand, and then reef. And that is the substance of the backbone out there. Okay, we have made it through the Devil's Backbone, and to our northeast is Man Island, which is uninhabited, has a beautiful beach. It's a great place to anchor. And go on the other side and explore the reefs. Calm conditions. Another small island in between here I forget the name of, and then the northern tip of Harbor Island, our favorite island to visit, and we're really looking forward to spending Christmas here, probably through New Year's. So, not a heck of a lot of sailing right now. Eventually we'll get to the sailing part of the journey. We'll go back through Spanish Wells and then south, and do a lot of sailing up and down the Exumas. So, this is Bryland, and that's Valentine's Marina. Waterfront, and over here is Chad Darville's boat. He's one of the few Bohemians that actually sail around the Bahamas. We'll be hanging out with them for Christmas and stuff. And this is really typical of Harbor Island, is there are no cruisers here. Boats like us don't come here. It's the big wedding cake boats over there that come in and fill things up. What do you think, Ruthie?
I'm happy to be here.
Yay! Hi there. So wabi sabi, you can see our propeller spinning down there. That's fun. All right, so I need you to drag me back over to the mooring. Let's do a loop to port. Don't go fast. So this is our standard mooring routine when we come up to a mooring ball that has no bridle on it. We have our own homemade mooring bridle. It's right down here. It's got floats, it's got all the gear we need to attach to almost any mooring that might be out there. And Ruth thinks this is incredibly boring. What'll happen is we launch the dinghy as we were motoring around in circles very slowly. As soon as she gets close enough, I'll jet out ahead, attach the bridle, hand her up the lines, and a little more wabi-sabi. It's been a couple of years since we've used this mooring, so I'm going to have to go dive on it and see what kind of shape it's in. Oh, it's good to be back in Bryland. Waterfront property for sale. There's nothing hotter than a woman standing on the foredeck coiling rope.
says the captain.
So says the captain. Hey, we got some more arrivals coming in.